Hey there, class. Mr. Pusky here. Hope you're having a good day so far. This is the last section of Chapter 5. This lesson is inequalities in two triangles. Our essential question is, how can we determine the relationship between the sides of triangles based upon the included angle of two congruent sides? So this is a kind of a extension of 5.5 where we were trying to compare the sides across from their angles. So basically, smaller angles are across from shorter sides, and larger angles are across from longer sides. So it's kind of a similar thing. So we have a warm up here. It says, will the following side lengths form a triangle? This is from 5.5. Why don't you guys pause the video and see if you can figure this out. All right, so you'll recall from the last lesson that the two smaller sides need to be bigger than the biggest side. So let's give this a try. We have 2, 4, and 5. Where are the smaller sides here? 2 plus 4 needs to be greater than 5. What's 2 plus 4? It is 6. Is 6 greater than 5? It is yes. So that is a triangle. We have 10, 12, and 22. What are the two smaller sides here? 10 plus 12 is greater than 22. What's 10 plus 12? It is 22. Is 22 greater than 22? It is not. It has to be. It's equal to, but that doesn't work. It has to be bigger than that. Okay, so it's going to be no, it's not a triangle. All right, so the hinge theorem. Let's talk about the hinge theorem. Basically, if you have two congruent sides, the angle between them will determine how big the other side's going to be, right? So 88 is across from WX and 35 is across from ST. Which one do you think is going to be bigger, WX or ST? Yeah, it's going to be WX is going to be greater than ST, right? Because it's across from a bigger angle. So it is large. We're putting this blank. We're going to put larger. Okay. And the converse is also true. 12 is across from C and 9 is across from F. Which angle is going to be larger, do you think? C or F? Yeah, C is going to be larger than angle F because it's across from a bigger side. Okay? So we're going to put larger. All right, sounds good. Okay, let's do so that's called the hinge theorem. Basically, it's like both sides are kind of hinging. They're the same length, but they're kind of how wide apart they're spread for an angle is going to affect how big the side is across from them. Okay? All right, so example 1. Given that AD is congruent to BC, what do we know about angle 1 and angle 2? Well, angle 1's across from 34 and angle 2 is across from 33. Which angle do you think is bigger based on that information? Yeah, measure of angle 1 is going to be greater than measure of angle 2 because angle 1's across from 34 and angle 2 is across from 33, and 34 is longer, so it's going to be across from a larger angle. Okay? All right, example 2, using the diagram below, which of the following is a possible measure for angle PST? For angle PST. All right. Well, we see we have 39 is across from 28. This is a shared side here. These are congruent, okay? So 39 is across from 28, and then we're looking at PSTs across from 29, right? So what do you think? Should angle PST, let's call it down there and down here, should this angle be larger or smaller than 39 degrees? Well, if 39 degrees made 28, and 29 is larger than 28, it should be a bigger angle, right? So we have 39, 20, 44, and 34. Which of these angles is larger than 39? It's going to be angle C, which is 44 degrees. So 28 is less than 29, which means measure of angle SPR is less than measure of angle PST, okay? Which means measure of angle PST needs to be larger than 39 degrees, right? Which means measure of angle PST, the only angle that's larger than that, could equal 44 degrees, or C, okay? All right, does that make sense? Okay, sounds good. We have some checkpoints here. Why don't you guys go ahead and pause and see if you can do the checkpoints. Go ahead. All right, checkpoint 1. Given that ST is congruent to PR, these are congruent. How does PST compare to SPR? This is congruent in the middle here. Okay, so PST is across from 18 degrees, and SPR is across from 15, not 18 degrees, 18 inches, and then SPR is across from 15 inches. So which angle do you think is bigger? Well, hopefully you said that measure angle PST is larger than measure of angle SPR. Why is that? Well, it's across from 18 degrees, which is longer than 15 inches. It's cited degrees again. Longer than 18 inches is longer than 15 inches, which means that angle needs to be across from a longer side. Okay? All right. Sounds good. Last example. Okay. Given that PR is congruent to ST, these are congruent. We have a shared side here in the middle. How does PT compare with RS, the side length? So we have PT right here. It's across from 23, and RS is across from 18. Which one do you think is bigger? Yeah, so actually, PT is across from 23, which is larger, 23 degrees, which is larger than 18 degrees for RS. So PT should be larger than RS. Okay, and that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we will talk soon.